Hi, guys.
Oh, hi, mates. It's
Hi,
Sunday.
mates.
Ahoy all!
And that is why I will never drink Marmite again. Never.
I'm so glad you told us
Ahoy.
that whole
Yeah,
block
I mean,
story
no, I
before
was
we
just-
came on live. We
I
had
won't
a
do that. Yeah.
whole
I-
7 minutes
I hope,
of.
I hope that helps. I hope that
I mean,
helps.
you can't possibly understand if you didn't hear the whole story.
No, of course
Well,
not.
yeah, I mean, you explained when I came in saying I wasn't going to drink any more Marmite, and you said, like, why is that? And, well,
Yeah,
know,
whole
now
10
you know.
minutes of it.
Yeah.
Long story.
Occasionally I did, go off on a tangent or two, but, it's just.
Like you do.
Which is
Like
so
you do.
unusual for Redlegs.
Yeah.
I don't have a drink yet, and it's sunset Rummin time, and I really need to go remedy that.
You really should, and then you should tell me. But the best part, and I'm not going to obsess over him today, but I put cat on cat, and I'm very happy about it.
All right, well, I'm not drinking clover mead. I have to find out what I'm drinking. I'll be right back. Look, I got real pants on today and everything.
Wow. I have rejoined the No Pants Club. I was getting some beef from some viewers that I was wearing pants and was no longer embracing the No Pants Club. So I just want everyone to be aware that I am still fully in support and president of the No Pants Club of the Pirates of Fortune's Folly.
I think Chappie's coming for your No Pants Club presidency.
He's the one that was calling me out about not having pants on, so that's why, or about having pants on, so I have to make it clear that I am still a proper pirate with no pants.
Oh, pants.
So that he can't come for me. All right, Kat, what you got?
Lancaster
blueberry.
County cider blueberry cider. And while I was up, I hope that there were at least a few of you out there who joined me for Cooking with the Crew on Saturday night. A brand new feature right here on our Twitch stream. One day late, I received this fancy apron in the mail.
Oh,
And
no!
I mean, it's basically made of plastic, but I can't wait until the next Cooking with the Crew because this is the best apron.
Wow,
Apron.
that's so good.
Nice.
I'm going to be fancy.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very excited about my treasure map ship.
Oh.
That's so
Fabulous.
good.
You ruined the
Molly,
reveal.
I need one of those.
You
Made
ruined the
of
reveal for
plastic.
Cooking with the Crew.
You are?
You ruined the reveal for Cooking with the Crew.
Well, no one who's there is here and vice versa, or they'll
Right.
be in the know. I didn't ruin anything. Now you made me feel bad.
That was
I'm
It's
easy.
all right.
excited. I'm so excited.
Uh, so guys, I'm really excited.
You're excited too. What are you excited about?
So I don't know if any of you have noticed, I have not had rum on this stream in quite a long time, just because I have not been like in a rum mood.
Shark return.
Rum Shark's. Oh, I have to get Rum Shark. He's not on this bottle. Oh, he's right in front of me. Cool, I can transfer him.
He's our spirit animal. You have to have him.
Well,
for this.
it's not. The bottle's not open yet. Let me talk about it. I got this. So I was at my grandparents' house, and my grandparents have not drank like my entire life, and I'm pretty sure most of my parents' life, but they have a bar.
Sometimes that's how it is.
And
For guests.
the best part is you could tell where my father would like sneak alcohol from the bar because, liquor is not supposed to have like mold or floaty things in it. But if you add enough water, it will do it.
Oh, the water gets all moldy and oldie.
But
Because of
Never
there
thought of that.
But there
Fish.
was, yes, fish. There was a wonderful supply of completely boxed up, not open, sealed containers of liquor from the 1670s, aka the 1970s if you're playing along in real time, so you don't think that I actually found a holy grail, because if I actually found a rum from then, I would definitely not open it. So this is a brand that was much more expensive back at this time period. This one is from 1672. It is San Teresa Grand Reserve.
Ooh.
Too close.
That looks vaguely familiar.
It is at the time of purchase a $197 bottle of rum.
Oh my goodness.
This brand unfortunately has gone through what like a lot of the small distilleries have gone through, where they kind of get outcompeted with other bigger distilleries. So now it's not as high end and not as expensive. But I'm very excited about this. However, I
that was
just realized I forgot my cup.
Drink it from the bottle. What are you kidding?
So
$200 bottle of rum. Drink it from the.
oh,
dang
that's a
bottle.
weird. Wow. Wait, hold on. Did it not come off, or
You
is
said
that?
$200, nearly $200.
She's trapped
Oh.
the rum. Oh,
I
wait,
don't
no.
know if you can see what kind of like top it has.
Interesting.
It's like. It feels really weird. I don't like it. It's like a pour top. Hold on, I'm getting a thing. Oh wait, hold on. We need to be
Get a
careful
cup.
about this because
Get a
you
cup.
know I went back to the No Pants Club.
I see you pee because you have no pants on. Also, cup.
Now you know you found a quality beverage when it has a pour top. That's the sign of
Right,
quality.
right. Of course.
For the bartenders.
Was sexy.
What, was she got up or the bottle?
Yeah. No, her whole slide out.
Got to go.
Right out of frame.
She's
Oh,
taking
really?
Jack lessons.
She went right out of frame like that, just kind of scooting along.
That was clever.
Yeah, because you're scooting along.
Sunset Rummin.
Boot scooting.
Scooting.
You're boot scooting.
But, yeah, exactly. And now she's boot scooting back.
Hey, I don't want to
Okay.
have it. Sunset Rummin.
But yes, I also acquired a whole bunch of like whiskeys and cognacs and stuff from then. It was exciting. All right, so
I'll
let's
be
see
right
how
over.
This
All
whole
right,
thing works.
so we need to stop at Cat McKenna's to get
Right.
some desserts, and then head over to Nessa's for some provisions.
All right,
Yes.
first off, that is potent. I don't see the proof on here.
I mean, did they have to put it? Who knows?
I don't know.
No, I believe it should be on the bottle somewhere.
I mean, it should, but
I have a 40 degrees, but I don't know if that's like supposed to be like 40 proof because I know that that's a normal or not 40%, which I know is like
40% would make it 80 proof.
yeah. But like that's the only number I see on here.
That's probably what it is. It's probably 80 proof.
All right.
I think maybe they didn't have to put it back then.
I wonder when that changed. That'd be a fun like thing to look up.
I don't know. I mean, that's not on all of our bottles. The ones that wash up on shore don't usually tell you what proof it is. Just, oh, it's rum. How delightful.
Wow, this is really good.
Ooh.
So okay. So it's not a spiced rum like what you would think of
No.
like with Captain or Kraken. It has a caramel flavor to it a little bit. And I don't know if that's because it's sat and it's aged and it's sugars or whatnot, but
Well, it is rum, so it should have a bit of a caramel flavor to begin with.
true.
I'm so excited.
It kind of burns, but like in a really good way.
Ah,
Yep.
the rum.
That would be
burn.
the alcohol.
Mellowed out because of age.
Yeah. But it's delicious. I'm very curious of like I kind of want to get and I think this would be fun to do. I want to take this bottle and then go find its current iteration
Oh, compare.
and compare them.
I mean, I wish I could find.
what do you guys think?
Cannon blast.
Yes,
Would that be something fun?
absolutely. That would
Let's
be a
hear what the
wonderful
kitty
thing to
did.
do.
In that experiment.
All right, I have a Roger Wilco near me, which has basically everything under the sun. So if I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna find it there.
If you can't find it, let me know. I got a guy who's
Cool.
actually a
Who's got a
lady,
guy?
but you know.
But yeah, so I'll pick that up this week, and then I guess next week I will do a comparison of side by side. But I really wanted to try this, but I didn't want to not open it on stream because I felt like I had to open this on stream.
I'm glad you did. I mean, that's the theme of the program.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very curious if it is still good as a $20 bottle of rum, which is what it's saying online on shore that it is.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's exciting. This is really good. I don't usually drink rum without it being mixed in something. Like rum's not one of my sipping alcohols. If I'm going, well, except
You're
for
gonna
vanilla.
chug it. I don't.
Well, if you get a
understand.
good high quality rum, you can.
Yeah,
just
like
sip
this
it
I can
and
easily
drink.
sip. It's warm, like it's not. I don't have ice on it or anything. It's delicious. Like,
Just neat.
Wait,
Yeah.
does it say anything else on the label?
it is Santa Teresa, Gran Reserva, Ron Ajero,
And
Anejo?
you'll go blind within a week and a half.
Anejo. That sounds about right.
Anejo.
Anejo.
That's Spanish for really old.
Ah, really old.
Good to know. Good to know. And it says that it's from Venezuela.
Well, that's where your caramel's coming from. It was obviously aged in a barrel for a bit.
Probably. I think it has a lot number on it, so that's interesting. I was looking for a lot number before and didn't
It's a
see it.
lot.
Well, it says Bajo L, which sounds like batch.
Oh.
I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah.
Ajo is lower. Or low.
Which is different than a plethora.
Aye.
Oh, it is
Even
low.
though a plethora is a lot.
I
Oh,
prefer to keep
I was
plethora
gonna
of
say
rum.
it might be lot then, like lot number.
There you are.
The lot of the draw.
I got nothing to contribute to this. My rum's in the cabinet. It's tasty and good. so
Well,
don't
I
know.
did. The only reason I know what year this one is, I
minute.
can't find anything about it. But the only reason I know what year this one is because I have never thought to look at ages of alcohol until I acquired this. So I Googled, like, how to find out how old a bottle is. Apparently, and I don't know if you know this, you probably do, but I'll tell you anyway because I thought it was fun and maybe someone out there doesn't. If you flip the bottle over, usually they print the year somewhere on the bottom of the bottle.
Ah.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. So
I mean,
like
if you're using a glass bottle, I mean.
on this one
it's
it's right here. It says 72. And then that's the only number on here other than like the 1 liter.
Does it just say 72 or does it say
Yes.
1970?
I've got
No, it
just
just
an
says
eight.
72.
I was just curious. That's the way they did in the 20th century, though. They were just like, it's always going to be the 19.
Yeah, it's fine.
This
use
is
the second
really,
two numbers.
really new. It just has a number 8.
Well, perhaps it made it into the new millennium. Or
Maybe, but I feel like I would have put like 08.
Maybe it's
Millennial.
really old. It's from 8 AD.
from 8, yeah.
Year of our
See, look
Lord.
at that monkey head. Who knows?
This is so good though. Like I'm very happy with this. I will definitely keep you guys updated. Check in next week. I will take the current version and compare it to the 1972 version and you'll see what we're working with.
Chat, check in close to 8 p.m. See how smashed she gets from this real old liquor.
I mean, that's probably
Now
also gonna
Doc is
happen.
checking all the bottles.
I know. I'm glad I told you a fun fact you didn't know. That makes me feel excited.
I'm surrounded by them too. I could be here all night.
I try to do
That's
the whole
true.
like learn one new thing a day, and I didn't learn anything new today, and that was the one thing I learned today. It was late, but you know I learned it
That works.
before, so
Well,
I like
I'm
it.
going to teach you something new as well.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for this?
no, I already learned my new one thing. I can't learn two
Okay.
new things in one day.
All
My head won't hold it.
Hold this for tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, just turn this off and you can watch it again tomorrow. Okay, so
If you don't wanna
I'm
flip
not
the
sure
first
how many
back
people
down.
we have out there that are fans of the whiskey, the Irish whiskey Jameson, right?
Only
For
my.
those of you who've had it, and you compare it to other whiskeys like this one, right here,
Mhm.
Paultini.
Oh, I know
Ultimately.
Jameson. When my mother just wasn't feeling it, that was me bottle.
Yes. Well, you drink Jameson and you go like, well, I can certainly feel the alcohol, but it's a bit thin on taste.
That's why it's a mixer.
Yeah, truly.
Exactly. But you say, but I want something that tastes better, but it's empty. How can I make
It's empty. How
This
can I make it not be empty?
taste a little bit more like this? And I'm going to show you how. Now I learned this from the Tubes of You.
Oh, this is your whiskey hack already.
This is my whiskey hack.
Okay, all right.
This is
Jump
my
it
whiskey
right in.
hack. It's a bit of Redlegs drinks.
That's good.
Yes. So as I
Yes,
said,
with theme song.
yes, for those
I'll
of
get
you,
on it.
for those of you who do it. So you take a tea bag of Earl Grey and you plop it in there for 45 seconds.
That's the the Jameson.
The Jameson.
I
Right.
understand the
Teabag
science
it.
already.
Yes. So
While
so
you're hacking
we're
it,
hoping,
let me
we're
tell you
hoping
about
for that
my
45 seconds. I've got my little I'm watching my watch go round and round and round.
Unfortunately,
then-
so are we. Lower your arm a bit.
This one right here. And so once the timer is done, I will take this out, and you won't be able to. You'll just have to trust me on this one because I can't share it with you. If I could share it with you, you'd be like amazed at the difference in the flavors that it partake. Yeah, but yes, you could probably our resident scientist there could probably tell you all of the reasons why that it makes it so much better tasting, but it adds that bit of flavor into it that you need. You got to be careful about which teas you use because obviously you use the wrong teas and you're going to get something that's, what's the word? Terrible.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So it's been a good, at least 45 seconds. So I'm taking
The
the,
Redlegs. Should we have like a day where we take shots and we try each different type of the crew's tea?
Interesting.
Ooh, yes.
Tea.
Now, I would probably do the smell test.
Well,
You hold
smell
the
it.
tea, and you hold the alcohol. You go, and
Would
you
that be
smell
any
to see
good?
which ones smell good. Because sometimes
So-
you can just smell that they're not going to work together.
When
But
I
then you
go
cook it.
into the science of this, because I know the exact science of this, I will discuss who and whose tea would not work. Because I can
All
tell you
right.
that.
That would, but now it tastes so. Now, if I was going to go on a scale of like from here to here, does it go all the way to this one? No, but it goes at least part way.
Partway.
It's a lot closer than
Sounds
it was
like-
before. So it's like I'm going to try it again with some of the smokier teas. Right now it's more of a good whiskey than a good scotch, but I'm going to try some of the smokier teas and see if I can get some of that peatiness
Ooh.
Who's Pete?
into something like that.
Try some pool air. I hear that gives you a nice smokiness, a nice earthiness.
Who air?
It won't turn your Irish whiskey into like a Elay, but it'll get it closer.
It's also like fermented fish.
Who air?
No,
Anyway,
definitely not, but close.
are we ready for the science?
yes, please.
Yes.
So, I like that we're tag teaming this and we didn't even prep it. So, as you guys know, generally, whiskey can be aged in barrels made of wood. Now, when it is being aged, it is pulling a chemical from that wood. That chemical is called tannins.
Yes.
So the tannins that are generally in oak and stuff like that are also found in black teas. So bringing a black tea or a strong tea into there, you might get it with oolongs. Oolongs have a good amount of tannins, but you can't do it with herbals, you can't do it with whites, and you can't do it with greens. But the tannins are what's being brought in there. So you're getting the same kind of flavor profile that you would be getting if it was aged longer in a barrel. That's like if you take Jameson and you age it in a barrel for like a month or so, it tastes completely different and you get that tannin flavor, which is really nice. So different black teas would be able to do that. So looking at it, it looks like Duncan's tea, potentially Billy's tea because it's a black tea base.
Raspberry Jameson.
Yeah, it would be raspberry vanilla Jameson. That'd be interesting. And maybe my tea, but like I said, oolongs would be iffy. And Devlin's tea would be your teas that you would be able to do this with. Now, you have to keep in mind also, if you're pulling certain teas, like if we were to take Devlin's tea, if you don't remember what Devlin's tea is, it's nice and spicy. It's called Handsome Devlin's Hot Stuff. Links to all of our crew teas are found below under Pirate Tea in our description box for
They're
the...
really, 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 really yummy. I haven't had a dud yet, so.
No, I had my tea today. It was delicious. But Handsome Devlin's Hot Stuff is masala chai, Irish breakfast, and spiced mate. So if you were to use that, Irish breakfast is similar to Earl Grey in the amount of tans it has in general flavor profile. So you'll be getting that same change, but you'll also start pulling those chais out. So with doing that, you're actually going to be making a spiced rum to it.
So what you could do is you could take like a rum that may be
Yeah, for sure.
on the weaker side, cheaper side, and add some of that stuff to it, and you get a good spiced rum.
Yeah, for sure. That would definitely work. But yeah, so you would want to do it with black teas. The reason Earl Grey is so good is Earl Grey itself doesn't have a very strong flavor unless you oversteep it. It tastes very black tea with a little bit of bergamot. So that's generally where you're getting with Earl Grey. Irish breakfast will do the same because it doesn't have a very strong flavor profile. But yeah.
Aye,
so-
those who drink the brown
The more
stuff.
you know.
What's your take on cask mates?
Um,
Dara says I think it's the one with the whiskey aged in the same containers that beer was made with.
Which one?
I've
one-
had it-
Dara, which one?
I've had it the other way, where I've had beers that are aged in whiskey barrels, but I
Right.
don't
Yes.
think I've had whiskey that was aged in beer barrels.
I've had cider done in barrels as well.
Yes, however, beers done in whiskey bottles, specifically like a stout or a porter in a whiskey bottle or a whiskey barrel, so good. So good.
And you're
Double
right,
Nickel down here has it.
And Chappie, you're correct. Redlegs made a whisk tea.
With tea.
Jameson
so
Caskmates.
Caskmates.
Ooh, let me look it up. I'll see what it is.
Right, Kadaro. The IPA I've heard is a little thin. The porter, though, if you like the hoppiness of a porter, that gives you a little more oomph that obviously Redlegs doesn't find in Irish whiskey to begin with.
I just wanted to break in and say from the very start, as we started discussing Jameson, I now have ex-in-laws who used to pronounce it Jamison.
Eh.
I just constantly. Oh, we made. I forgot what it was. The Baileys, homemade Baileys with cream and Jamison. Like, no, you didn't, but Jameson, it's fine.
Hey, thank you for playing. Now please go away.
Jamison.
I found out that Irish like cream, so like Bailey's, does not stand the test of time as a liquor. It completely 100% solidifies into a giant crystal. And
Not in the bar
so
as well.
yeah, so we found that as well, but current bottles of Bailey's are like black and they're opaque.
Right.
You can't like see through.
Yeah.
The old bottles were like brown and see-through. So I literally like
lighting.
saw the entire like crystallized section. It was so bad.
Wait, crystal or cheese? Well, the sugar in it will definitely
Crystal. It like
crystallize.
crystallizes. It's a solid chunk where like cheese will like move back and forth if I were to shake it. This doesn't. It like sticks. I tried. I had a lot of fun going through the liquor cabinet. It smelt okay though, but you know.
You did open it up. Just
There was one that was already open, so I did the sniff test with the one that was already
I
open.
like to sniff the crystals.
If it's crystallized, I wonder how much actual cream was in it to begin with.
I mean, the fact that you can put it on the shelf and you don't have to refrigerate it.
yeah, and it doesn't make my tummy sick, so not very much.
Yeah, that can't be too much.
They have like a non-lactose version of it, but I don't get sick from it.
I presume it's a teeny tiny bit of cream just to make it opaque, and the rest of it's all sugar.
If
So
you put enough
basically you
sugar in
methanized
milk,
it.
yeah, if you put enough sugar in milk, like it will hold.
And so it does.
Yeah.
On the shelf with zero refrigeration after being opened.
Kadaro, I suggest the Jameson Black Barrel, by the way. Much more oomph.
Is that the stout one?
No,
I
that's
just looked at
beyond the. That's not a cask, mates. It's just
Okay.
a better whiskey. It's in the. It's a burnt barrel, so it gets a little more openness to it.
We can talk about Bailey's all night long, or Kahlua, or stuff that I actually drink. I don't drink whiskey.
I mean,
and scotch,
The
which is
only
terrible.
time I drink Jameson is on St. Patrick's Day and or when we're feeling extra Irish and we do
Car bombs.
car bombs. Literally, that's the only time I drink
I-
Jameson. And last time I think we did it with Woodford, actually.
Try it with the tea.
Carriage bombs, even.
Yeah, carriage bombs. Yeah, if I get a bottle of Jameson in this house, which only really happens when I have parties, and look at all the people in my house.
Parties we've been having on shore leave, so many parties.
So
Of
once
fun.
you know I can have a shore leave party, I will probably have Jameson back in this house.
So many parties of one. I
Well,
mean,
two
we're
here.
we're at one now. We're at a party right now. There's alcohol and friends, and therefore we're at a party. I just happen to be alone.
And we have Jamesons.
We have
We have-
Jamesons.
Oh, hey, Nessa.
This
Yes.
is from Ad for Ed.
I actually had an uncle who made his own Bailey's Irish cream, but he used Bushmills. Poor old Boyle. The entire family disowned him for using a Protestant whiskey. It was terrible.
I mean, what you gonna do?
Really? Oh, darn it.
No, Kadara, I've never had that situation. But I've had where I said I'm having a fire and my friend was concerned that my house was on fire. She
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
understand that I was having a fire in the backyard, like a
I feel like
campfire.
I'd be on her side as well. I'd be a little bit concerned about you.
But no, I've never suggested a car bomb where there wasn't already alcohol flowing, so I feel like if I walked into a party and immediately said it before there was any alcohol, then I might get a little concerned. But
We have met you, so
that's true. It's the same with like if you say sex on the beach to someone that's like not a bartender or doesn't like normally drink those things. They can
Or,
find
you know, if you're not quite 21, so you went over the border to Canada to have some drinks and get your flirt on in college, and you get your flirt on with the boy with the tongue ring, and you're real excited about it, and he offers to get you a drink, and you say, flirtily, how about a sex on the beach? And he says back to you, how about a sex in the bathroom? And you get affronted and never talk to him again for the rest of the night.
I mean, I think that would have been multiple
if-
people's comeback
if I
line.
had
That
a
wouldn't
dollar
have, he
for
might have
every
known
time
what
that
the
happened
drink
to me.
was.
I'm just saying that's not.
I mean,
so
I feel like
nice
that would have been any man's response, honestly. Like, I feel
was
like that
a
should be
nasty one.
that should be like 101 is like
I'm gonna sex in the bathroom.
101 is don't
Not
ask
nice.
for a sexual drink on a date with a man.
I was trying to be flirty. I really didn't expect an immediate, disgusting hookup attempt. But
Also, Kadara,
Really?
yes, that was my
I
friend.
Really, it's
exact
like you've never been
reaction.
around men who've been
oh,
drinking.
I was young.
Who've been drinking.
Maybe a wee bit too naive.
Oh,
Me
I did
A wee bit?
mean to bring up another way to make certain alcohols better that I did learn in college, so it made me remember this. If you have a Brita filter and you have really bad vodka,
Yep, I've heard about
you
it.
can Brita filter it. You have to do it at least twice. It depends on how bad it. If you're doing Vlad, do it 4 times.
Trick.
Yeah, if you're doing Vlad, you do it 4 times.
I'll tell you, I tried that, and Britta wasn't at all well afterwards. She was walking around funny.
Guys.
It just didn't work.
Hey guys.
What's wrong,
But
Britta?
that's the other how to make things better that I have quickly learned. So I'm excited for that. Now I guess like we talked about, the rum and whiskey tea could work for rum and whiskeys. That covers both of those. And then vodka, we have that. I'm trying to think of like other major boozes. Tequila, I feel like there's no coming back for tequila. Like if it's a bad tequila, it's just a bad tequila.
Well, actually, it's probably mezcal rather than actual tequila.
Also probably true.
Don't start me on the mezcal.
So
All right, so Chappie says he has some cider brewing currently, and might add in some rum barrel chips to it. That sounds delicious.
yes.
Just what other flavor notes should be added? I have a selection of citrus fruits that can be added. Ooh, citrus and cider is always good.
No.
No, you don't like citrus and cider?
No.
Okay, I see your next comment. Berries.
In my rums. I meant to say cider, but I'm drinking it, so I'm a little bit wee.
Berries
no
are
citrus
good.
in my cider. Berries, please.
Just-
and apparently pineapple.
My one request of do not do is do not do jackfruit. My dad,
really
I love
random.
him. I love my dad to death. He made a jackfruit cider, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. It's tasted like
Would
socks.
it be more random? Hoy Dakar.
It could be Durham fruit. That would be worse.
Oh, that's true. Durham might be worse. But like jackfruit, like could
But that's
be
what
good.
they use to substitute for meat.
Yes, I actually have jackfruit barbecue pulled pork downstairs. But yes, it tastes like socks if you put it in alcohol. So don't do that, please. I will not drink it. Sorry,
Tastes
not
like
sorry.
socks.
They
Is
use
there a
it as a
level of socks
substitute
from, like,
for meat.
Billy the Bull.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Very tidy bones as far as socks.
I'd say like Redlegs.
Redlegs socks
Mhm.
flavored.
Mhm.
I
Wait a
won't.
minute.
And
When was the
I'm
last time I
fully
wore
aware.
socks?
I was gonna say I'm fully aware you don't wear socks, but it's like when you're walking around and then you put the sock on after you've been walking around.
All right, that was very specific.
I was prepared. I knew when I said Redlegs what the comeback was gonna be. I was fully prepared for the answer.
I was like,
I need to drink this rum all the time. Puts me on point, apparently.
Oh, or something.
I was about that close to adding something else, and then I realized we're supposed to be doing a family show.
Family-ish, mostly.
Ish.
Ish.
I mostly
Also, ew, because I think I just caught where your brain was going.
Once again, family show.
I mostly kept the cooking show clean. There was some missing pieces and some other random things, but I think it was pretty good. I don't remember.
Chappie asked how the rum flavored desserts went.
Very, very well. So for those of you who were not able to tune in, I made an apple crisp cheesecake with streusel crumble, and that's very delicious. That was the main event. That was the one that had the fresh apple. I didn't want to go bad on the counter, so we made that. And then I followed up by making some chocolate drop cookies and spiced eggnog cake with glazed frosting. Now, the thing about this
Oh no.
is that the apple crisp thing came out great. I was very proud of it, but they never sent me the mascarpone cheese that was supposed to mix in with the cream cheese and make it heartier. It didn't have much of an effect, but I'm wondering if maybe it would have been a bit more cheesecakey with it. The cookies were a complete failure. they dropped and they got flat and they are huge and squishy and I can't pick one up without it breaking. So I've just been eating handfuls of drippy cookie, which is, in its own way, pretty good. But by far the surprise was the spiced eggnog cake is the best thing. I haven't eaten it for breakfast. But it came out really, really well. And that's the one where I finished up the shipwreck. It was worth it, it turns out. Although I
went to
have
a
no
good
Good. I'm glad. I never thought to I've cooked with rum before, but I never thought to cause that kind of, it doesn't fully replace the vanilla that you should put in, but it.
No, but yeah, and this didn't have any. I mean, this had what it had, but it didn't add vanilla, and so the flavor of the vanilla and the spice, it was very good. I'm very happy about it.
Good. It looked good too. I was going through it trying to highlight
There
that
are
one section where you ran out of
everything.
rum.
There are pictures of everything on the Discord. So head
Oh.
over there to see the photos.
Big news.
And there's some big news.
I think I figured it out. I
What?
think. I tested it to the best of
What?
my ability. Anyone can now join our Discord, which is why the link is in
Yay.
the chat. There are specific pages, specifically the Jackbox pages, that are only for subscribers. So if you subscribe to our channel, that should unlock for you. So when we are here on Game Nights, you should be able to get in there. However, every chat channel, so memes,
Yay.
ROM recommendations, general, and Twitch,
Good.
will all be open. So anyone with
Yay.
the code can join that.
Excellent.
It took
So
me
attach your
4
Discord
hours to figure it
and
out.
join us. Also,
So stick to the
have a
code.
suggestion as well, because we've been playing good game nights. We've had a good couple of folks around, but not so many that we have had to turn anybody away or punch anybody out of the chat. I'm wondering if we do a limited time only where we allow anybody who comes to the Discord to play with us, just until it becomes unwieldy.
Yes, but give me a week's notice so I remember how to undo what I
I'm just
did.
saying, I want to put a time on it to try. Once we get folks in, you'd be like, well, you like that? It was fun, wasn't it? Well, now you got to pay for it.
I'm very tech savvy, but it took me forever to get that working.
But yeah, since we don't have a large crowd showing up, so that so many we can't fit in and play, I'd like to do that for a bit.
Mm.
What do you think, everyone?
I try not to. It hurts too much.
First
Right.
one's free. Yeah, that's it's a solid business plan. I don't see why we don't follow it.
Following.
Isn't that the way they do it on the street corner? First one's free.
I mean, that's how we started with booty shakes at the beginning of this
I know,
stream.
Right, good news, Redlegs. You can wear that coat again.
Ah!
First one's
If we could think of a better night for game night, we would do it. But it seems that Friday is the best night, as people have kind of gone back to their lives. So Saturday nights don't potentially work. for
Saturday
everyone.
night's kind of gonna be a floating, whatever we could come up with kind of night, which might be really fun.
Yeah.
I know Mercy wants to do some art.
Yes,
Which is
Mercy
funny,
wants to
'cause I
do
was
some
doing the
art.
Cooking.
Oh, is that her
And-
new boyfriend?
Art. No.
Talk on
Nope.
camera. Not the
Um,
first time.
And then we're also supposed to be doing a tea party. So
Yes.
I'm all set.
well, a legit tea party,
Bring your
nice
whiskey.
teaware, tea pots, everything.
Yeah, I got the whole thing going. Yeah, I'm there.
I don't think you'll see the pirates for that though. I have this weird feeling that maybe our Victorian counterparts from the Society of the Asylum for Destitute
Very
Sailors will
possible.
take over the stream for that.
I will have to.
I'd watch out for that Jack Greaves character. I don't trust him as far as
I think he drinks whiskey tea too.
Yes, I think so too.
So I guess that's the question. We have to specify that we are drinking tea and only tea, not whisk tea at our tea party.
And let's just sneak it in like that Jack Green character. Because I wouldn't put it past him, just saying.
No, I would. Yeah, Jack Greaves. No, I wouldn't put.
Greaves,
past him.
I'm sorry.
He seems
I
like a
knew that.
Yes.
I knew that and said green anyhow. Cause
I know, because it can make you turn a little green if you're not careful.
What? Why? Who?
He's a kind of he's a rascally kind of a guy. I wouldn't trust him if I were you. I'd say I don't know what his past is like. It
His
keeps
pasta?
changing every time you ask him about his past. It keeps changing.
pasta's like spaghetti,
You just throw it up against the wall and see what sticks.
I guess. Nessa,
Yeah?
are you the only one what can control the cat?
Yes, why?
Can you make him attack because it's cute?
Oh, I didn't. I forgot that I was gonna put that in as a thingy.
If he goes,
It attacks like when I can set it like if someone gets banned, it attacks them.
Can you make it so it attacks the other people?
Ah! Shaka, shaka, shaka! Shaka, shaka, shaka! You're my hero. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to name our ship's cat now that it's saying pirate things.
Oh dear.
Did you not know that I said dance to shaka shaka shaka? I specifically did that. All right, try attack again. It should work.
That makes me very happy.
Attack should now work.
All right, so let's give it a shot.
Oh.
Rawr. Come on.
Oh, hold on. I have to refresh it. My bad. My bad. My bad. It
Unnamed
doesn't
ship
auto-refresh like everything else in my life.
I'm just yelling attack at the chat over and over. That seems pretty legit as well, though. For the stream.
Oh, there it goes.
Rawr. Woo! Getting hot in here.
I wonder why.
Can't imagine. Woo! I'm a coat on earlier, but it got too hot. I did not.
Sorry,
attempt
I was trying to figure something out. I got distracted.
That would have been terrible.
But yes, so this is our cat friend. I will take all suggestions for names right now, and then we will make a poll.
Oh.
That way we can have people vote that might not be here tonight. But you guys are the ones that can add names. So come on.
Obviously, catastrophe.
Oh, that's a good one. Hold on, I have to find the correct thing you said I want. I don't
mean-
remember how to do this. Oh, no! Gosh darn it!
To you, Devlin.
Devlin! Devlin, you literally moved everyone.
Not you.
I can do that.
Because you were next to me, so you moved every single person. Oh my goodness. And now Lolly's so big.
I'm the captain. I can do that.
Lolly! while I have everyone being shuffled about,
Hey.
so I
fixed
had
it,
a
we're
little,
good.
a birdie told me that you got some inspiration from a friend of ours for a new piece of potential accessory. Will you tell us a bit about that? Because I'm really excited.
Yeah, I've been playing with acrylic, and I'm thinking about making an acrylic, a belt with little acrylic lollipops.
It has to happen. I want the lolly belt so bad. I want you to have it all of our games ever. Lolly belt.
I fully support this endeavor.
Yes.
Now, is it a
That's
belt?
funny, that's not what you said the other night, Doc.
Whoa. I don't know how
I've been called out there, Doc.
It was another discussion about her lollies, so
We're not talking about licking.
notice I
PG-13.
kept quiet.
PG-13.
I'm only speaking of candy. I
Ish.
know what you're talking
Ish.
about.
I just waited for someone to say ish.
Ish.
So wait, is the
Right now, so many things are going through my mind that I can't say out loud. So, you know.
something to the center. Dakar!
Resin?
No, Chappie,
Oh.
actually casting acrylic. I have acrylic resin here, and I'm going to make lollipops that way to hang from a belt.
Now, question:
Like in a mold?
is the lollipop belt around your waist, or is it a bandolier? I think a bandolier.
I can do both.
Right. I have to ask this because I'm me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. You should
Batten
be, you
down
should
the
be worried.
hatches. Here it comes.
How many licks does it take to get to the center?
And we're moving
You'll have to
on.
find out.
Redlegs, for a resin lollipop, you can keep licking until you get there.
Ooh,
trying.
well, that does sound like fun.
It's a challenge. Challenge mode.
Exactly.
Anyway, we need more names for our stream cat.
Disappointed Devlin.
They're gonna take away our broadcast license.
Snowball.
Snowball?
Well, I'm really clever and original.
Yep. No idea where that name came from.
you put a disappointed Devlin, and Snowball said hi to you, Lolly. Casper. Kadara says Casper.
It's been added.
I like that. You like Casper?
Shouldn't it be Catspur?
Catspur. Be a bit like Hotspur, but for a cat.
I feel like if it's Catspur, that's one pun, but he wants Caspar. So we gotta pick either the pirate pun or the cat pun.
Well, on a ship you have a captain, but you could call it a captain.
Chappie's gonna make us Laughing Jack coins.
Can we call him 9?
9.
Yeah, I got it. Yes, exactly. A cat of 9 tails.
The number or the word or the... How do we want to do this?
N-Y-N-E.
I think you pronounced them both the same.
9.
I agree, but like it's important when he has a name. I'm gonna label him. He's gonna have his own name. He's gonna have his own little screen. It's gonna be great.
We're imposing gender. Miss Death Paws the Fearsome. Thank you, Dakar.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, how about
Also, I'd like to
Maxwell?
point out that we are getting more names for this cat in 10 minutes than we got for our 2 dancing guys on the front in 3 weeks.
Well, if
We
they
thought
looked,
about it a little differently this time, so.
if they looked like the cat, they'd have done better.
Cute.
So our stream elements just did the lovely thing where it points out our merch and puts our merch link in the chat. And I just wanted to point out that we have merch, and this is, I think, the 3rd time we've talked about it, but Lolly has it behind her.
Yes.
We now have blankets! I'm very excited.
I need one. I need both, but I'm only gonna afford one. Katarina the cat.
It's on point, Nate.
Wait, I got one. Cat
Mhm.
McKenna the second.
No! No!
I'm adding it. Oh, I can only have 6 options? I'm getting rid of Snowball.
Yeah,
Yes,
we have
get
to
rid of
narrow it
Snowball.
down. Snowball was just me being sassy. You can't put Cat McKenna the second on there instead.
Can I? Nessa is gone. Poll has started.
We can call it Kenna.
Can we name it Stabbo?
I don't actually know how long this
pajamas.
poll lasts.
Pajamas.
Dabo sounds a bit like a robot from Futurama.
No. Pajamas is what you call the bananas.
Well, you see, it's the cat's pajamas.
Coming down the stairs.
I'm pretty sure anyone that has is watching us on Twitch should now have a nice big
Yes.
thing that's coming across the bottom. You can get rid of it by clicking the button to the left.
But you should
just
also
so you
vote.
know, you should also vote.
But
When did I miss catastrophe?
That was Redlegs. That was the first one Redlegs says
Oh,
is
yeah.
that we should name him Catastrophe.
Oh, catamaran.
You have 6 choices.
We only get 6 choices.
Only 6 choices, and you wasted yours.
I haven't wasted any of them.
So do we only get to vote one time?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
just
a
wanted
poll.
to ask this time.
So
before
I
I get
didn't
in
use
trouble again.
the same vote now thing. This is like
Okay.
a poll maker. So I don't know. This is a new extension that might last through multiple streams and might not.
Let's try
Unclear.
that.
I can tell this is different. It works for me this time.
Yeah, that's why I changed it
Yeah.
because vote now seemed to have a lot of issues, so I changed it to this one that would pop.
Well,
up.
this works. I can't get rid of it. but it
Dakar,
does
I
work.
don't know. Are you
Well,
on
there-
your phone? I wonder if it's not coming across on phones.
I'm sharing space with it on my screen in that it's right here in this space.
Now, we're working on a
Don't
name,
mind.
but what about a position for the cat?
Ooh.
I said we make him the purser.
Oh.
I have to agree. I'm in
Hey.
favor.
I was going to say with position, we should make him downward dog.
It's a bloody cat.
I
Exactly.
knew I loved Felix when Felix voted for me for captain, but now I love Felix even more when the comment is, I like Cat McKenna the second. It gives Pirates of the Caribbean feel of we named the monkey Jack.
Oh, good to see you, mate. It's been a while.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have to like remake all the backgrounds and have the cat have his own little camera space.
Well,
It'd be great.
I gotta shake a shake.
Put his job.
Yay!
Yes, but the question I have is the cat mutinous?
No. No, I'm not. I never was.
The other one.
Never
The
will
other
be.
one.
The other one.
So
And
I'm
Pentel.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a special stream pet for Valentine's Day that I was going to use. It was like a little heart with wings, but now I gotta keep the cat. Like, I can't change it.
Can you give the cat heart-shaped wings?
No, I can't edit. They have, like, extra ones, but I think you have to pay for them. This is one of the free
That's
ones.
just-
I'm
that's
cheap.
asking
I'm a
for 'em.
pirate. I don't like paying for things. Generally, I take what I can, but it's a lot
almost had
harder
a
to be a
lot
pirate on the internet.
We almost had a fox, but Nessa doesn't.
Wait a
like
minute, I thought that's where all pirates were on the internet.
I mean, that's where a lot of us are, but I can't figure out how to pirate this. Mostly, I don't want to write the code.
That'll do.
Perhaps you can just give him a theme background or something.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if I'm gonna make him his own little box, I could put like hearts behind it. There we go. That'll work.
Well. So what? When the cat gets in trouble, cat gets in trouble, and when cat
Yep.
gets in trouble, the cat gets in trouble. I don't.
Yep.
Yep.
It seems about right.
Yep.
We need to
Yep.
give her a name that ain't my name. Just so that doesn't happen. People will still yell "cat" when the cat does something because I do it with mine, and her name's Marley. So,
Yes, but it'll be really embarrassing if we yell McKenna.
well, then you know it's me.
Unless we name her Cat McKenna II.
Let me just call her second.
I only
Or
know
Deuce.
it's if you call me by
Deuce,
my
we,
full
we'll refer to her as Deuce.
Caitlin and McKenna. Then I know I'm in trouble. Oh,
Hey, when
very
the
in
middle
trouble.
name gets used.
Deuces.
Then I know I'm in trouble.
The cat's new home, I think, is gonna be like right here. We're gonna put a nice little frame around it. It's gonna be a good time. But right now, she's gonna live on cat.
I mean, that's a nice spot, right opposite to balance out the.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, where am I gonna put a frame for her?
I
Or
don't
him.
mind-
That's true. We haven't decided on a name yet. I am
Wasn't spayed or neutered?
neither. We need
Okay,
more
there you
people to
go.
catch rats.
I like that you moved the cat so you could see it better behind with the pole, but everyone else is hidden.
Oh, well, you can close the pole.
Close it.
You can?
Yes. Like I
The box-
said, there's a little button to the left
right
of
here.
it that's a little square, and if you click it, it goes away.
Kind of purplish.
The whole bloody thing's purple.
Well,
No,
click the
no.
box
Go
part.
to the left. It's right by where cat would be.
Ah, there it is.
Proud of you. I did explain as soon as it went live how to hide it, for the record.
He was
Oh, no.
busy voting.
I was actually enjoying that feature.
The not being able to see us.
All right, so I can't. The only thing I don't like about this is when we do the vote now, I can see who's in the lead, like as it like live. I can't see until after we close it for this one. So we're gonna leave it open for like a week, and we'll decide next
Ooh.
Monday what their name's gonna be.
I didn't try clicking.
How many
one.
times can you vote?
Probably only once, maybe once per stream. I do not know.
Oh yeah, now I can't. No, I can click. I think it doesn't let you click more than one. So I think whatever you have left it on, it's probably gonna count.
Yeah, so you could probably change your vote, which is nice.
Couldn't do that before.
You can
Nope.
vote as many times as you like, but the last one counts.
Right, I think
Yeah.
that's the truth. Anywho, I like that Felix tends to only come around when we're doing votes on things.
It's like it's like they know. They
It's-
know
it's-
that we're voting and
His
that we need their
spider
feedback.
sense. It's his spider sense. He just goes, the pirates are voting on something. I gotta join the crew and make my voice heard. Well, we're naming the
Usually,
kitchen,
I was gonna
We're
say
naming
usually
the kitchen, so help us name the kitchen.
yes. Usually Felix has some good questions when it comes to voting, so I wonder if there are any good questions that are coming up for the cat.
I don't know how to.
I do my civic piratical duty.
Yes, right. He's a good lad. That's why. So
Um,
you have to come and watch me cook sometime. I don't know if I'll do it again this week, but I got to do it again. It was really-
So Kat,
I-
you're saying they can watch hot stuff in the kitchen with you?
Oh, aye.
Hey,
I
okay.
might actually cook
And
this
she'll
weekend.
cook too.
I've been
Oh.
really craving making some tea cookies, so I might make
And
some tea.
you have all the fun cookbooks. I have.
I do.
two-
That's I would make another poll, but I can only have one at a time. I will cook Saturday. I will throw this out here now into the universe. I will have a cooking stream on Saturday. Do we want something from the World of Warcraft cookbooks, or the Dungeons and Dragons cookbooks, or the Lord of the Rings cookbooks? Those are your options.
I mean, when I'm not a pirate, I'm a born hobbit, so I have to vote for the Lord of the Rings cookbook.
I will take all votes into consideration. However, I don't have a poll to do this
Not
time,
another
so it's
poll.
going in chat. Fourth option, I make it up as I go.
I can't do that either.
I'm actually quite good at making up recipes as I go. Baking's a lot harder. I'm a lot better at cooking because it doesn't require as much science.
She still thinks the green is the water. Don't let her make it up.
It is. It's perfect. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Of course it is.
All right, it seems like we have 2 votes for Lord of the Rings, 3 votes for Lord of the Rings. So I will have to... I don't think they have cookies in there, so it looks like I might be making either mincemeat pies, D&D, or they have like some breads in there and stuff. Or, oh, they do have a shortbread in there. I can make a tea shortbread because I can add tea to the shortbread.
Ooh! Cooking with tea. All right, well, you're now the person on the schedule.
Cool. Thanks. That way I
I'm-
remember.
I'm hoping to be singing this weekend, but if I'm not, I will. I know I've got something to do earlier that day, so I'll be less stressed out about it. Yay.
Good.
And then I can come up with something. I can eat the stuff I already have and then come back and make something else. And that I'm excited about. Plus, we got to leave the time slot in case Mercy wants to do a craft in or something. We're gonna
Yeah,
bring
So
you all
you've
the-
got pirates cooking, so what you need now is pirates eating.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once
I
we
can
can
eat.
get together, we could have like a feast day.
What he
I
said.
wouldn't mind that. That's still one camera. Easy peasy. Feast day. Uh-oh.
Easy feasty.
Kat, I'm gonna change your cooking with the crew on Saturday to variety. In case anyone wants to do, like, crafting or anything.
The one on our actual schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
If I can remember how to spell variety, because
I'm going
your
to
girl's
sneeze.
dyslexic. There we go. I spelled it right. First try. Proud of myself.
I'm sorry. I did the I did some space cleaning.
Are
And
you
now that-
okay?
I'm trying not to actually have a massive sneezing fit, so I might mute for a moment just in case.
I'm also changing it to 6, just will vary around 6. But it says variety stream 6 on Saturdays.
Well, we
Yeah.
got 6 to 9 then, because 7 to 9 I like that good.
I feel like you're welcome. Come join us for any of our streams. You're fun to have around.
But whatever you do, don't cross them.
Oh.
Don't cross.
I
the
need
stream.
more rum.
I've heard that. I've heard that's an important rule.
I think we all need
I don't
more.
know. We crossed the streams last time and it was great. We might cross the streams again tonight because Rock and Doc is playing music again. I don't believe it's another piratical theme like it was on Saturday, but that
No one's perfect.
best finale I could have asked for. And I sort of learned to raid, except I didn't and I screwed it up. I just said go there and most people did.
I just said go there.
I don't know how to do it. I need some help.
You type /raid and then the channel.
Oh,
Super simple.
Well, I'll learn it. I will. I think that Chappie was trying very hard to help me.
Yeah.
To do something without something else, and I don't know if it actually worked, and I think it did, but I also had trouble starting. I was on my fairy box at the start because I didn't think anyone could see me. The whole screen was black. It turns out that my everything is just too old, and so hi. Do the Saturday night thing.
I believe the raid did work.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was worried.
Nessa, I
we
have a
might
question
try
for you
again
about that
tomorrow.
cooking thing.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're cooking and you make like a breakfast,
Mhm.
do you have to though go right back and make a second breakfast?
Usually. I
Yeah,
have
Lord
I
of the
have a
Rings.
sign in my house that lists that second breakfast is a meal that you must have.
Only if you're cooking out the Lord of the Rings cookbook, but
There's
Right.
actually so that's probably my favorite thing about the Lord of the Rings cookbook. Just a little plug, you can buy it on Amazon. It's great, and pretty cheap. It has all of the meals, so it does in fact have breakfast and second breakfast in like the sections of food, followed by luncheon, tea time, lunch, supper, and dinner.
I
I'm
feel like
losing
there's one
my
more.
Tolkien cred. It's been a while.
Oh, don't worry. We didn't give you that much to begin with.
I
Well, I
mean,
can
World of
see
Warcraft
lunch,
is definitely a lot
tea,
more of my cred, and Dungeons
supper,
and
dinner,
Dragons
dinner,
is a lot
supper.
more of my cred. So those ones I'm a lot better at.
11C!
11Z's, yes, I forgot 11Z's. I said lunch, and I was like, that's not right. It's luncheon. It's 11Z's luncheon, supper, and dinner. which do have a difference. If you grew up with any family from the Midwest, supper and dinner are very different.
One's earlier than the other.
One's earlier and one's heavier.
The earlier one's heavier, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And I believe that's the dinner.
Yes. No.
I believe the supper is the later one.
Yes. Yes.
My supper for the notch.
Cooking breakfast makes you hungry, so you eat that. And then eating that makes you want to cook again, so you do. Then you eat second breakfast, then it's time for elevensies.
11sies is my favorite though, because in the cookbook it's all like tea time and like light lunches. So
I
it has
just
like
figured that tea time would be tea time.
well, it is. That one has like the cookies and stuff for tea, but like 11sies has like an apple bread, apple and something bread and like figure sandwiches. It's really good. And second breakfast is usually like meat pies that you can just throw in your bag and then go on with your day. Which are
Now,
also
I don't know where
delicious.
this would fall in, but do you ever have like a really sharp cheddar cheese and apples?
So good.
Or
No,
have you
but
ever had
everyone here
really
knows
sharp
why.
cheddar cheese on an apple pie?
Right, you don't like cheese, but the Vermonter says the Vermont apples and the Vermont cabbage.
Yes. But
No,
like,
I would
have you-
be interested to see it on a pie. I think it now I want to make a new hand pie because I feel like my husband would really enjoy that. Like
Hand
apples
pie.
with like cheddar and like so it's kind of like a savory hand pie. I think they have a pear and goat cheese one. I think.
Hot Pocket.
Oh.
Pear and goat cheese hot pocket.
You have a hand pie. Do you use lady fingers in it?
No.
Ew.
I hate ladyfingers, not gonna lie. Summer sausage and a good bread, best lunch ever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. I'm done
My
for dinner. My mouth's watering.
I haven't eaten yet. My brother-in-law is making summer sausage right now. He makes his own summer sausage. It's delicious.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm spoiled. We get a lot of forced meats from my brother-in-law. That hasn't been brought up in a while.
You get the consensual forced meats.
I had to. It hasn't been brought up in a while.
I'm sorry. Are you saying forced meats or horse meats?
Forced.
Forced.
So like forced encasings.
Okay.
There's a whole clip on our channel if you're confused.
All right.
Just go watch
Because I was saying, I was afraid you might be like talking about horse meat, and I'm like,
Felix,
People
thank
may
you.
get triggered by that, though.
That's true. I've had horse meat though. It is very good.
But Redlegs, I think it's well known that horse meat can never be consensual.
Felix, this
it's a
is my
straight
bottle.
line. This is supposed to circle.
I found it at my grandparents and cracked it open. We are doing
Oh.
comparison next week. Next week, check in. I'm going to go by the
Contemporary.
1721. I was like, what year? 1721
contemporary
version of
bottle.
this. And I'm going to do a comparison next week. But this one's very good. I hope that the contemporary is also very good because then I might have a new rum that I can get other than Shipwreck because I don't really sip Shipwreck unless it's the vanilla.
I do.
Yeah, but you're strange.
Oh no.
The
I'm on
vanilla
that.
it's too sweet for me and a little too like syrupy for me to like consistently sip. Like I will have
I
like a
usually
small amount.
can't either. I can't. Real syrupy, real sweet stuff. Bleh. Something about it is not. It doesn't cross that line at all for me. But
That's good.
most do. So, it's Shipwreck exclusive trait that I just love.
But it's hard to say with most liquors because, like Four Roses, for instance, Four Roses bourbon was the best thing on the market back before Prohibition. Then after Prohibition, it was crap.
Well, that's like
But
the
now-
same. Oh yes, go ahead. Sorry.
But now it's coming back. It's been rebought and it's going back to its original recipe. So now it's decent again.
That's kind of the same thing that happened with like Seagrams. And like
Seagram's owned it for a while.
Yeah, so I have I have to keep thinking what century I'm supposed to be saying this in. 1673 Canadian whiskey from Seagrams. That's probably a lot better because around I think it was 75 or 76 is when a lot more distilleries started to mass produce. So you kind of had that competition coming in where now Seagrams is, at least for whiskey, like a much lower quality compared
Right.
to things like Woodford and trying to think of what other whiskeys.
Oh,
that I
thank
enjoy.
goodness we don't
Mostly
go,
drink
go
Woodford.
through Scotch the way we do rum. We'd all be broke.
Oh my goodness! I got 3 big bottles of Scotch from the 70s too. I'm excited to
I
crack
want all
that one
3.
out.
I'll take them off your hand if you don't want them.
No,
I'll
my
borrow
dad.
them.
My dad already laid claim, which is fair because it's his parents' alcohol.
That's more than
Well,
fair.
Felix has posed a question that I am also curious about because I don't think I have a really fun answer. Does anybody have a drink here that they enjoy that is unusual or that most people do not normally enjoy?
I do.
I'm not surprised.
Um,
Well, that bloody bottle's from several decades ago, so.
no. Fireball and cranberry juice.
Wait, someone else was mixing Sprite and something to make cream soda we was talking about.
Yes,
last
that
week.
was last week.
What was
But
Kraken?
no. Yeah, it might have been Kraken.
Yeah?
It might have been Kraken.
I thought it was something lighter, but maybe not.
I think
I'll
Hadaro's the one that mentioned it, so he might pop up.
Love-
Yeah. So cranberry juice and Fireball.
It's
to
the
me,
cattail beard.
It it tastes like Christmas, like the cinnamon with the
G&T.
cranberries. It just tastes like Christmas to me, and I can drink it like there's no tomorrow. And I order it anytime I order it at a bar or something. Everyone looks at me like I'm nuts, and I'm like, no, it's delicious. Do the thing. And this is the first year I didn't do it because again, we only really buy Fireball when we're having parties. We haven't had parties, so come holiday season, I had no Fireball to put in my cranberry juice.
That actually, it does sound quite nice. I would try that in a heartbeat. You said it tastes like Christmas, and you mean the holiday season, not the actual Christmas tree, which is what it tastes like when you drink a G&T.
Yeah.
You got something right there, Lolly.
You don't think you'd be pine with that?
It'd be very fine with that.
Yes.
I like juniper berries, but I don't like gin, surprisingly.
When I was home for the holidays, I had, by accident, because I didn't read the fine print, a cider, a sparkling alcoholic cider with juniper berry. And it was real interesting. That would be something that, if it weren't something I bought it right off the shelf, I would definitely say is something that I enjoyed that maybe most people might not like. That was very nice.
Okay, I think that's my weirdest one.
I like that. Fireball and cranberry. I like it.
Other than
Anyone
that, I'm a basic biatch, and I drink Absolute, or not Absolute because I don't like Absolute, Kettle One and Cranberry and Club.
Now, this isn't anything you might say, well, that's really strange, because when most people hear about it, they go like, well, that sounds really good. As you make a martini, a dirty martini, but instead of putting olive brine, I put in the brine of jalapenos.
Oh, I've never done jalapenos. I've done pickles. I enjoy pickle brine in a dirty martini. I'll have
You
to
do a jalapeno brine, and it gets a nice heat into it.
Yowza!
Oh, another weird one that my dad introduced me to this was, and I think I mentioned this last week, was cream soda and apple crown royal.
Yeah,
That
would
one's
be
also
good.
very good.
It sounds like something. It sounds like a starter drink.
My dad's also a basic biatch, so probably.
Yeah.
Happy would like to do a Redlegs drinks with a variety of his own home brews.
Ooh.
I would love that.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think that.
I
definitely
would
be
love to do a red leg drinks with the chappies. Now, if I don't like them, it becomes crappies.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that name, dude. I feel
Crappy.
like that's gonna end up in a few editions.
But I think that would be a lovely idea. I'd like to see just going down the line, giving
Nice,
your
special
notes
edition.
each one.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then
I-
that will allow Chappie to give some insider insight into some of that he's making out there.
You said insider.
Insider.
I barely knew her.
Redlegs, I know the answer to this, but I'm going to push this to you as you are more of a whiskey expert than I am. Felix asks, he's always wondered this, and maybe someone knows it, and I believe you do. Is there any sort of link between Scotch and butterscotch, or is it just a coincidence that they share a word in
I
their
believe that there is, but I will research that for you. I can't give you a definite answer, but I like that question so much that I am going to research that.
Write it down and research it and bring it into your Redlegs drinks.
I will do that. I will absolutely do that.
Ooh, maybe
name? Keep.
Almost have an episode for you.
Yes,
Yeah, I was gonna say
think
we've-
Legs.
Redlegs answers.
Felix will make sure that we pose a question to vote on in the crew so that your ears ring before he does this segment, so you know when it's happening.
Right, that's a good idea as well. We'll make sure.
That makes sense, Kadaro. perhaps there was a Scotch candy that turned into butterscotch.
It's hard to say. Well, I do know that a long time ago, the reason that saltwater taffy got its name was because they were making this brew, and then there was a giant flood on the boardwalk in Atlantic City where they were making the candy, and somehow the saltwater got associated with although there is absolutely no salt.
Yep.
Water in saltwater taffy. There is no saltwater in saltwater taffy. But because of the flood and all, and the mix, somehow they got conflated together.
That one batch just got wet and ruined it for all the other taffies.
That was like one of my favorite things. That was one of the like learn a thing a day that I learned when I was younger, and I was like always like ruined, but in a good way.
Well, so you also know the story about why chocolate chip cookies they were the mistake.
No, that one I don't actually.
Oh, they were. This was actually at a restaurant called the Toll House, and she was making the cook there was making chocolate cookies, but she forgot to put the chocolate in it.
Oh.
She forgot to melt it and put it in it. So she said, "I know. I'll just put the chocolate chips in the cookie batter, and when it melts, it'll melt all through it. But it didn't melt completely through it, and that's how you ended up with chocolate chip cookies.
Huh.
It was actually one of those wonderful mistakes that makes things wonderful."
Anyone who can pronounce that first beverage that Chappie put in the chat.
I think it's like Kolsch.
I believe that's it.
Kolsch.
Kolsch.
Yeah.
It's
It's not a hard one to pronounce.
that one there be a German beer, I
the whole
believe.
thing. Felix says thanks for the cool facts, Redlegs.
If you are feeling daring and want a treat that will control how many cookies you eat, jalapeno chocolate chip cookies are amazing. I just thought so I had like chili chocolate before, and we had way too many jalapenos on my back porch because we had a plant, and I'm like, I don't really eat these in food. What can I do with these? And I was like, well, they have chili chocolate. What if I put them both in chocolate chip cookies? Perfect. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Also, I don't know if I'm alone in this, so I'm curious. Does anyone here prefer the chocolate chip cookie base with the brown sugar to regular sugar cookies? Because I will almost always prefer to make the
as a
brown
base?
sugar. Yeah.
I like you know what I like in
100%,
those in chocolate cookies? Cayenne pepper.
Yeah, that probably has the same kind of effect as the jalapeno. It's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, and I've never heard of the brown sugar base, but it sounds interesting.
Well, that's the base of chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, exactly.
It's brown sugar instead of regular.
Yeah, it's a Toll House base as opposed to a sugar cookie base. And that's by far my favorite. So.
Yeah, if I want sugar cookies, I will generally make chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips in them over the traditional idea of a sugar cookie. Although they don't mold well.
Naked chocolate chip cookie, Nessa.
It is a naked chocolate chip cookie. Ah.
Well, how do you feel about blondies?
I do enjoy a blondie.
Not worth it.
No.
No.
Why?
I mean, I will grant you that a fudge brownie is a bit on the superior side, but I do like a blondie.
Not worth
I
it.
don't equate them as equals. I see them as two separate desserts. It's kind of like people that think that turkey bacon is a replacement for bacon. It's not. They're two separate things. So if I want a blondie, I enjoy a good blondie with heated up with caramel, truffle, or turtle ice cream on top. Perfect. But sometimes I just want a fudge brownie
by itself. Just completely by itself.
I don't discriminate. I like a blondie. I like a brunette. I like a redheady. They're all lovely.
If only they captain on this.
If only they returned the favor.
One step at a time, mate. One step at a time.
Felix says that this is all reminding him of how potato chips are invented. The cook was angry that a customer kept saying the fried potato dish was too thick, so he sliced it as thin as possible as an act of defiance, and thus chips were born.
May or may not be true, however, I likes it.
I like it.
This is one of those things
true
where
in my head.
truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
Is that an American chip, or is that what the rest of the world calls chips?
I would assume American.
Yes, I would go with American.
Yeah.
Potato
as
chip.
opposed to a crisp.
Yeah.
No, not a crisp, a chip. what you
Right.
serve with fish.
Right, but if you say potato chips, usually that means a crisp.
Crisp.
And otherwise it's just chips.
Yes, Felix, what is a dairy-free mudslide? Because I've only had
Precisely, 'cause I got an idea, but
I've only had dairy-filled mudslides, which are delicious, but my body hates me
All
after.
right, good. All right,
Okay,
that's what,
when it rains really, really hard, right after a terrible forest fire on the side of a hill,
I'm glad.
and there's
you-
nothing there to hold into the ground, and it rains, and then all of that earth moves downhill. That is a mudslide
That's fair.
without dairy.
I mean, with all of the non-dairy things that exist now, I'm sure you can make a legit non-dairy
dairy-free
mudslide.
mudslide is just straight vodka.
But it is just straight
Not wrong
vodka.
about that.
No.
That's.
I'll tell you, I like
Perfect sauce.
there's a white Russian and a black Russian. I like a black Russian.
I like Black Russians.
I don't. What's that?
No cream.
Well, do you know? Yeah,
Right. So it's what else is in it?
it's Kahlua and vodka.
Kahlua. Right. All right.
I
No, don't bother with that either.
Or-
no, I'll go
Or
back
on
and
the
forth.
other hand, a Kahlua vodka and then a vanilla ice cream.
Vodka enough to care.
That's a dessert.
That'd
Yeah,
be a
that
frozen
sounds
mudslide, right?
The Godiva has its own liqueur. And they have a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate. They might have a white chocolate, but I haven't had that. But the dark chocolate is so much better than the milk chocolate. Just skip the milk chocolate. But like you get like a bowl of ice cream and you like pour some of that chocolate liqueur over it. Or add it to your Irish coffee in the morning. So good.
It's real good. I've had some. I'm right with you on that one. That's completely worth it.
Hi, Kadaro. I agree with you. Any story of malicious compliance, I'm all for.
My lord, I've never
All
heard
right,
of
all
it.
right. So
Has anyone here lost a bit of their soul and happiness in life and tried Malort? And
No.
Tommy says that's an avalanche, not a mudslide. I'm sorry, Chappie.
No. What even is it? It's literally it literally means like the etymony of that's still not right of the name is moth
Etymology?
etymology. I keep whenever I
as
say it,
opposed
I
to
try
the
to say entomology.
edamame, which is like the meat flavor.
Because I'm an entomologist, it's really hard for me to say etymology. Of the name is literally
Don't say
moth
again.
herb, and it's the Swedish word for wormwood, which is the key ingredient in this alcohol. So it's a Swedish alcohol.
Oh.
Absinthe.
Wormwood.
I raise you that, and I ask if you've ever had opal from Iceland. It tastes like NyQuil.
The answer is, you're asking what Malort is? The answer is disgusting.
That's how I feel about opal from Iceland. Iceland does have some
I've
good
never had
alcohol.
those. I have had absinthe, which is very licoricey.
Absinthe? Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. It's not my go-to drink.
You do it right. You do it right with the melted sugar and everything, right? That you have to do it right up, or otherwise don't bother with the absinthe.
I want to do it at a proper like absinthe bar, and I haven't been able. I haven't
should,
gone
because
to
what
a
they sell
country.
I
is
feel like if you're doing that, you've got to go steampunk.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, like and certain countries will have absinthe bars.
Right.
And apparently Iceland like outlawed it like 4 months before we showed up in Iceland, which was very upsetting.
Absinthe makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh,
Oh.
absinthe makes a lot of things happen.
Chase the green fairy, but do it under supervision.
What color fairy are you?
Green. Why? Why do you ask? Shh.
Well, we know how to see cat now. Clearly, we're just drinking absinthe. All
No, I have seen the green flash. If you don't know what that is,
She's right there.
I do know what that is. Every 10 years?
no.
Oh, never mind then.
The green flash is actually, and I have actually seen this. As it has to be a very calm day, and you have to be able to look out onto the horizon of the ocean as the sun sets. And as it sets, you watch it as the sun disappears below the horizon, and the very tiniest bit of light that you see at the very end is a tiny little bit of green as it pops below. It's not a huge flash. It's not like, oh my goodness, look at all of that green at there. No, it's just the tiniest little bit at the very end as the sun goes down. The last color you see is green. Now, I do have a theory on that, as you're not actually seeing green. but you're seeing that thing on your retinas in which your eyes. You play that game where you stare at one color for a long time, and then you look at white and you see different colors. I think it's that. I think that's what you're actually seeing. But it is the green flash, and I have seen it.
Interesting. I've never attempted to pay attention to it, I guess.
But you have to go on a calm day. It has to be calm waters and a calm day, and you have to be able to look out into the ocean as the sun disappears below the horizon.
I heard other tales about the green flash, but
Yeah, those are all bull.
folk cannot be trusted, so
But consider the source.
consider the source. That's well said.
I found my favorite, not my favorite. I don't play favorites on here, but I found one of my favorite chatters on here, with Felix loving entomology.
Loving everything that you stand for.
The real reason I was voted for captain by Felix is that I like bugs. He just
You may not be captain of the folly these days, but you may be captain of Felix's heart.
Sorry about that, Chappie. Sorry about your luck.
You're also up there for my favorite. I told you I don't play total favorites. I'll choose 5 favorites. I get very anxious when I have to choose a top.
I think we need to work on your definition of the word favorites.
No, I used to get so anxious when people would ask me who your best friend is. I got so anxious of having to choose only one person. So I have 4.
Yeah, I always had 2. Always. I had to get the best friend necklaces that split 3 ways when I was growing up.
Yeah, it stresses me out having to choose the favorite anything. I can't even choose the favorite bug. Choosing a favorite bug stresses me out.
Nobody ever liked me.
The car says MySpace would have been perfect for you because you.
It was. I loved having what was it, the top 8 or whatever. It made me feel really good, but I was really glad that Facebook never made me choose.
Only half of mine were real and half of mine were celebrities.
Dakar, I believe that there was first off, it's not a worm, it's some sort of a caterpillar, I believe.
Right.
It's the tequila worm is a myth. Yeah, and then if you eat it, it's just gross. But you don't get any. You don't see visions or anything.
Yeah, the myth is that it's a hallucinogen.
Right. Yes.
There's a lot of myths. Basically, the worm is a caterpillar. It is in very cheap tequila or mezcal. Aye, but there's a lot of myths. One's that's a hallucinogen. One's that it makes your machismo go higher. It's all fake.
I wish.
It basically. Only if you're macho enough as male or woman.
Either way.
I've already got enough hair on my chest.
Right.
I don't know. I eat caterpillars without them being in tequila, so.
You drink them.
It's done nothing for her.
Drink them right up.
Well, that's I always enjoy the mythos behind certain alcohols with that. So that's the one for that. But in the Caribbean, there's Mama Juana, which is it's a red wine that's mixed with spiced rum, and you put a tree bark in it, and apparently the tree bark in it is supposed to give it hallucinogenic properties. So if you drink enough Mama Juana, you're supposed to have that effect from it.
I want to play.
In reality, it's delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend mixing rum and wine. You don't get hallucinogenic properties, but it's so good. And the bark does give it an earthy flavor, so it does add to it, which is really nice.
Now, please, want to try? Give to me. Give to Kat.
I might make some up, actually. I have a terrible, cheap, big bottle of cheap, sweet wine that I might add some rum to and try to make my own Mama Juana.
Now, I will tell you, when I was a wee bit of a powder monkey, I remember where they said if you drop an aspirin into a Coke and you drink that, it'll get you really high. And I do believe that comes from the back in the day when Coca-Cola, the Coke part was actual cocaine.
Yeah.
And there was cocaine in aspirin. And so there might have been a bit to that. But of course, nobody bothered to say that, those things aren't actually in those 2 particular items any longer. So it won't really do you anything except for make the Coke taste really terrible. But everybody would say, did you guys hear that that if you drop an aspirin in a Coke, that you get really, really high? And I'm like, no, that's new to me. And then I think they tried it and it was like, that tastes terrible.
Yeah.
But, that used to be one of those myths.
Well, it was like you said, that's why it was, is that it did obtain or contain small amounts, and the thing is it wasn't active unless you would mix it with something. It's kind of like if you I forget what they call it on the street, but NyQuil and alcohol, like NyQuil and vodka, like gets you like really messed up, and it's because it like activates something in it.
Big Q.
I don't remember, but I was a very sheltered child.
So you
Legit.
tried it?
No, legit did not
You tried
really
it.
like party in high school or college or anything. So like I have zero experience other than being a toxicologist, so I could tell you how these drugs will affect you.
Poorly.
You were partying with bugs, and as a
I was partying with bugs.
transition here, what sort? Felix would like to know what sort of bug treats do you like, minus the brownies, because you've already done a whole
I did.
night where you made bug brownies. So
Yes.
what else? What other bug treats do you like?
Chocolate covered crickets.
I have nothing to say about this.
Chocolate covered crickets. Kat, do you want to take care of that? Chocolate covered crickets taste like Crunch Bars, and are delicious. I also enjoy a good old fashioned it's a weird thing to say about insects, but you know, tarantula that's barbecued. That's good. However, I'm very excited. I live in New Jersey, and the 17-year cicadas are coming out this year in
I heard that.
in like late June, and Princeton is one of the biggest areas, and I have organized, hopefully, is if everything goes well and we're allowed to have gatherings come June, a cicada barbecue, and I am so excited. So apparently if you put like a barbecue marinade on them and grill them, they are apparently so good, and I'm very excited about it. You can dry them. Yes. You can 100% dry them either the way you dehydrate, like in a dehydrator or in an oven slow roast. Or you can just leave them out, but it's like not the most like healthy way to do it.
Oh yeah, because we're worried about health.
It's
I'll drink to that.
100%. If you, this is gonna ruin a lot of things for you guys. If you have ever eaten lobster,
Too late.
I love
lobster or crab,
Oh,
you
yes.
have eaten infinitely more dirty things than crickets.
Oh, certainly.
What about shrimp? I would think shrimp would also fall in that category.
dirty?
Shrimp are also disgustingly gross.
Dirty crustaceans.
Like, crustaceans are the cockroaches of the sea. 100%. They will eat anything.
No, I'm thinking that now
Yes,
I've heard
and I
lobsters
said
referred
that.
to as bugs. Are they related in any
Yes,
way?
they're both arthropods. So an arthropod is like, you're gonna look at like your spiders, your ticks, your insects, and your crustaceans are all arthropods.
Now, here's the real question.
Crustacean. Go ahead.
Who's eating lobsters or crabs? Who's eating the mustard on that comes with them? Nope.
Just butter.
For those-
No, I got dared. I did it.
Right. The mustard is the dark bits that's you're supposed to clean off them. When you're cleaning it out.
Oh, blarg.
Some people
Yeah.
seem to like it. I'm not one.
No, I
will
did. I got
take-
dared
will
for it. It
take
was
the,
disgusting. Don't do it.
The vein. The
Yeah.
vein.
The vein
Out
on
of-
shrimps.
out of it.
Hey, same difference.
The bottom
Yeah,
piece
you
of
don't
bu-
need to clean it out depending on what you're doing.
No,
Yeah.
if you cook it properly, but it doesn't mean I want to eat it.
No, that's totally fair. I agree. But I did it once. I don't really eat lobster or crab. It's too... My brain goes, oh my god, you're allergic to sea fish. Stop eating this. And I panic, even though I'm not allergic to crab or lobster. No lobsters or crabs. I see them as big bugs. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Hey, not wrong, Cadero.
I like, that was my biggest thing. Once I heard someone say, if you've ever eaten a crab or a lobster, it's dirtier than what I'm about to give you, is the thing I needed to flip over to eating
I don't think
insects.
bugs are dirty though. Like it's not what came to mind. I didn't go, ew, they're dirty. I went, ew, it's a bug. And you're eating it shell and all. I pick apart a crab.
Well, they don't have nearly as... So, like, if you were eating a beetle, you have to, like, dissect a beetle to eat the beetle. But then it's, like, not worth eating the beetle because you're getting rid of everything. But, like, a cricket is, like, very soft. It's a very soft-bodied thing. Like, a lobster is very hard. If you try to squeeze a lobster,
Are you
not gonna
saying
go-
that a cricket is more like a soft shell crab?
even softer, but yes.
I don't know.
I have eaten dinosaur as well. My dad had a restaurant for a short time and ordered alligator meat from Gatorland in Florida.
Wow. I've had frog.
It does taste like chicken.
You know, if I got alligator, I would try to make it into some sort of a stew or a chili where you slow cook it for a long time to loosen it up because
Yeah.
it tends to be a bit chewy. I've had it and it's a bit chewy, so I would make it into like something where I would braise it for a long, slow time to break it down. I love how this particular episode has turned into ingestibles.
Hey, we're still talking about ocean things. We were talking about lobsters. We're still on topic.
Right. Well,
Captain
the
K.
No, I mean, we're talking about booze earlier, then we talked about cookies. We're definitely pirate stuff.
hungry.
Now we're talking about lobsters and bugs. Because we all know about weevils. They add themselves.
Hey.
That's actually one bug I have not tried that I've wanted to try. Actually, I might have eaten a weevil once or twice, but completely by accident, like in a peach.
Not intentionally.
Okay.
Pleased with our chat being so involved in our conversation this evening.
I'm gonna tell you a bit of a story here about bug eating.
Oh, do tell.
Okay, so when I was I was on board a ship called the Manoiva, which is a Hawaiian word for what kind of bird was it? Anyway, never mind, it's not important. But anyway, it was a I was sailing from Tampa Bay to this is the trip I took from Tampa Bay to the Hawaiian Islands through the Panama Canal,
Good long
the
trip.
Galapagos Islands, and parts beyond. As we were getting to the Galapagos Islands, a strange phenomenon was happening in the islands that hadn't happened really. The Galapagos Islands are rather a kind of a desertous kind of an islands. They don't get a lot of rain. However, as we showed up, it had been raining like almost every day for about a week. They were in terrible trouble with things getting washed away, erosion. And what also was happening is bugs that were lying dormant for a long time suddenly came to life. And there were these swarms of these little bitty black bugs everywhere. I mean, you could not get away from it. So whenever you lifted up your glass, whenever you went to eat anything, there were the bugs in everything and on everything because you couldn't get away from it. So you had your choice. You could either enjoy what you're eating with the bugs in it, or you could go without eating.
Not eat, yeah.
So we ended up
Yeah.
like, well, it's extra protein. What are you going to do?
Right.
And
It's not
fat.
that-
And vitamins and minerals. It's actually higher in vitamins and minerals than any other meat.
It's not an infestation. It's a supplement, Kadaro.
Ah, there you go. Yep.
But that was true. They had not had all the bug spray that they had on these islands had been all bought up. They had no more.
Oh wow.
So we had to go around on. So you know, as we go, they were all over the boat and all over our food. So we just ate them.
That's what we're gonna be like next year with the cicadas, or this year.
I'm so excited.
Screaming trees.
I mean,
When
I
it
also
comes to
love
eating bugs,
cicadas.
I'm not particularly squeamish about it. you know.
Some of the best sleep I get is during cicada season.
I do like the sound. I can't help it. If it's like right here, it's real loud, and that's not as nice. But like the general blanket of cicada sound, I have to admit,
Kind of a
I'm
white
summer
noise
person.
So
I like
good.
it.
Yeah. It's so
I'm a
good.
summer person.
But yes, so if you are on the East Coast, our 17 years come out this year, and I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm coming to your house for the food.
I'll definitely bring some home because I know my husband wants to try it, but I don't know how much we're gonna do here. Yes.
I want to see you do some kind of arts and crafts with cicada shells. That's what I want. I want you to come up with a brilliant project and do.
I will
17
have to see
No problem.
because cicadas aren't beetles. They're
No,
in
but
a
the thing
completely
with the
different
husks
order.
They leave on the tree.
Oh, the pupae husk? I might be able to do
I
with that.
thought
Okay.
cicadas were akin to like grasshoppers and crickets.
Nope. Some people refer to them as locusts, which is very incorrect. They're actually very more closely related to a stink bug. Yeah, they're pretty closely related to stink bugs.
Except they're native here. They're not
We
like-
do have native stink bugs. We do have native stink bugs. The main stink bugs that you deal with are not native.
Native.
Oh, good.
Yes, cicadas and screaming trees. Yes.
I envy cicadas' beautiful name, and they get to sit in trees and scream. Yeah,
But yeah,
that would be a solid
that
life.
too.
And you get to
I've
live
heard that too.
underground and ignore people.
For 17 years.
Yep.
But truly, the locusts, cicadas equivalency is something I've heard
I didn't
long as
actually
they're
know
not
that.
far.
That was another thing I learned today. In my, I
But
don't
they're-
care about agriculture. Agricultural entomology, I don't give two poops about. However, I'm forced to take an agricultural entomology class this semester, and they were talking about how some people, especially on the East Coast, refer to cicadas as locusts,
Yeah.
because of their swarming activity every 13,
Yes.
17 years. But
Aye,
they are
that
not.
sounds
They're
like
not. They're not
why-
even close related to grasshoppers. They're actually quite far away from them on the tree of life.
Scream. It was the cicada training. He lied on his resume.
Yes.
I
Now,
wanna
if
know
we could
is-
eradicate spotted lanternfly, 100%. I hate spotted lanternfly. My lab works
Keep
on spotted
stomping.
lanternfly.
Always
Keep
be
stomp.
killing.
Always be killing. If you have tree of heaven in your yard, be aware because you're gonna have the most.
Scrape it and
Yep.
burn the eggs.
Now, Doc, what kind of bugs do you like to eat?
Oh, I don't. I am definitely
He's
not a
too
bug-
good for us. Us peasants.
I actually have this unnatural fear of cicadas. I am not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, well, it comes from being in my wee childhood and finding something in my bed, and I pulled back the sheets, and I was just a wee little lad, and it's this buzzing cicada thing
Yeah, no, that
in
would
my
do it.
bed with me.
Yeah. If
So
you've ever
that'd
watched
do it.
them move and like how they do make their sound, is they're literally vibrating. Like that's what makes their sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It
when
can be
you're a
very
kid, that's pretty
terrifying to
freaky.
watch as a kid. Yeah, 100%.
And there goes the lollipop.
Yeah,
That was
so-
really neat.
Yeah, so imagine being like 8 or 9 or 10 and that thing just vibrating on the bed, just spasming out.
Well, we know
Well, you
Doc
would
will be
freak
hiding
out.
in
No,
his
I-
house for
I-
the months of
I
June
agree
and
with
July
you.
this year.
Yeah, so
I'm fine as long as they stick to the trees. Oh, cicadas, stick to the trees. Do not come and vibrate by me. I was
yeah,
almost
crickets,
finishing.
we have
Right,
more than
stop.
our fair share in this house because of the lizard. So crickets, mealworms, superworms, grubs, things like that. The Saphira loves them. So that we have, but yeah, no
That's fair.
no cicadas, and I do hate stink bugs. But
Stink
I
bugs
think
are
we all-
annoying. They're very annoying.
Flush them.
I will point out, I know it's ahead of time and some of you might not have this. I don't know if you guys have heard about murder hornets. So
Murder hornet.
this is my I
Yes,
need to
I
tell
heard
you
of them.
this. This is
That
my I
sounds
need
like-
to tell you this as an entomologist because it drives me insane and I had to go through a whole bunch of reports last year for New Jersey. There are no murder hornets on this coast at all. 100%.
All West Coast.
They're
On
not
this
even West
coast.
Coast.
But
They're-
on this continent.
No. They're not even. They have been eradicated. The one nest that was found has been eradicated in Washington. It's done. It's over with. Okay. When
Where's the
cicadas
fun in
come out,
that?
when cicadas come out this summer, and you see giant wasps, they are cicada killers
Cicada
and not
killers.
murder hornets. Do not catch them. Let them do their job, please.
Yeah,
And thank you.
Yes. Now
They will not
cicada
sting
killers-
you.
Cicada
Cicada
killers.
killers are scary looking, but I've
They're
seen them
scary
go head to
looking
head
as
with
hell.
cicadas, and it is the
It's
coolest
so
thing to
cool.
watch.
It's so cool. If you can watch it, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's also the only wasp I
Yes.
will let walk on my hand. I won't let honeybees anywhere near me either, but like cicada killers, I will let walk on me. Because they literally like will not sting you unless you basically squash
cicada.
their head.
We've had cicada killer nests here, and we're perfectly fine with them. We didn't know what they were at first. But
Beefier.
That's fair, yeah.
No good. Too
Yeah,
big.
don't
too
confuse
big.
them with mud daubers. Completely different. Mud daubers hurt.
No.
Also, a little entomologist fun fact: the giant Asian giant hornet that's come here that's destroying all the honeybees. Yeah, we've had the equivalent on the East Coast, the European hornet that's going in and destroying honeybee hives too. Nothing new. They made a big deal. It's not a big deal. The European hornet's been here since like the 60s.
But we
You're
should
welcome.
still not be like welcome them.
No, but now they have established themselves here where we cannot eradicate them like we were able to eradicate the murder hornets. But the reason they got the name murder hornets is because this wasp is able to go in and destroy a honeybee hive in about an hour. So they murder honeybees, not people.
Whoa! I have beefier, and even I know how bad that is.
Yeah, but their sting hurts, but not much more than like a
No,
yellow
honey,
jacket.
don't take out the honeybees.
No,
That's
yeah.
bad.
Well, I mean, honeybees are technically an invasive species, and they don't belong here anyway. But yeah, don't take out the
Honeybees,
honeybees.
though.
Well, you'd say
mean,
the same thing about grass and somebody's lawn. That's also an invasive species that doesn't belong on the on this continent.
That's true. I can't argue with that.
That's the one thing that people tend to forget is that, oh, I've got to have a beautiful lawn. It's like, it's an invasive species. You're not supposed to have that.
So when you all go back to the Facebook and check out today's joke of the day, it's Devlin, I think. It might be his evil twin. I'm not sure who this man with the beard is. It actually freaked me right out because I was like, oh, good, our pirates joke of the day posted as we started today. And I went, what? Who's that?
No, wait a minute.
We have an intruder. He is mutinying
Are you
the
sure
crew.
Devlin's not the evil twin?
I can't be sure.
I think he's the evil one.
Well, evil is such a relative term. Pirate.
True.
Hey, I got to use the phrase hoity-toity me during my cooking show. I was so excited, and then I couldn't think of where it came from for about a day. And then I heard it in Mercy's voice, and I realized it was from our Christmas Dickens show. Hoity-toity me. But I used it properly, I think. Pinkies up and all. Hoity-toity me. I was very pleased.
I do want to answer Katara real quick. That is not true. The wild turkey is actually only native to the Americas.
The wild turkey is a beverage I try to avoid.
Oh, that too.
That's why Ben Franklin wanted to use that as a state bird as opposed to the eagle. That is kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
A little bit. Actually, there is a bit of mythology attached to the turkey.
Is there?
Of course there is.
The turkey is indigenous to the North American continent, but when they discovered it, it was right about the same time they discovered the guinea fowl, which came through Turkey, and they couldn't tell the two apart, so they just named wild turkey.
Huh.
And then later on, they sorted out which was which, but by then they were already calling the turkey.
It's already established. Huh.
Hey,
I feel really bad for Nessa.
Why?
You're learning all these new things.
I know, my head really can't hold this, guys. I'm like at a max for a week. I still have classes I have to take this week. Come on, man.
One new thing a day! Just one!
All these new things you're learning. It's terrible.
Now,
It's okay.
Is it pushing the old stuff out, or is it just filling up the space that's available?
I'll let you know tomorrow if it's pushing new stuff out or if it's just going in one ear and out the other. Right now I'm retaining, but I'm drinking. So once I stop, it's like when you study and you study with like a lollipop or something, and then you put that same flavor lollipop in your mouth when you take the exam. You're supposed to remember things better. Yeah, I might only remember this when I'm intoxicated.
I mean, you could be
Sounds fair.
intoxicated when you take your exam, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Done that.
Better or worse?
Actually, I did really good. I got like a 96.
I'm the same way when I play pool. I can only do it drunk.
Oh,
take
I'm
it
really
for
good
pirate
at beer
mode.
pong when I'm drunk. I wonder if I'd be better at navigating.
Couldn't be any worse.
You haven't been drunk?
No.
I was gonna say, and this is
Oh,
her
gosh.
navigating sober.
I got told we were getting drug tested on this ship, so I wasn't drinking.
No, that's what the test was for.
Oh.
Make sure you were.
Darn.
Oh, I thought we were testing for bugs. I thought we were bug testing.
Don't be the one bringing the weevils aboard.
No, we've had a problem with that.
Well, they had
Or
themselves.
the lice.
Or the fleas.
Or the bed bugs.
Hey, I ain't checking her for bed bugs. That's all
Wait,
I
I
do.
learned another new thing and I don't like it.
She's full, ladies and gentlemen. Go home.
Well, Felix says, this conversation with the turkeys and the guinea fowl is reminding him of how bison were called buffalo by colonizers because it sort of looked like a buffalo from Asia, and in my brain, there were no buffalo in Asia. I only know of like bison and buffalo from the Midwest in like South Dakota, because that's like all my brain knows, and
A water buffalo and stuff. That's Asian buffaloes.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
right.
Bisonoloes.
Bisonoloes. I will tell you, bison up close in a herd, absolutely terrifying.
Of course I've heard of buffalo.
They are way more bigger than you think they're going to be.
You've been there, is what you're saying then, Redlegs.
Yeah, so what do I care about buffalo herd? I didn't say anything I shouldn't have.
You can make a sentence by saying buffalo a bunch of times, because English. Oh, yeah, probably.
We're the buffalo in Buffalo with more buffaloes.
There's a Hawaiian phrase.
Oh no.
With the word cow, because cow is for food and for eating. So a cow no cow, or sorry, a horse no cow, which means a horse no eat cow food. A cow eats cow food.
I don't like it.
That's one of the things you learn in Hawaii.
Wow, I hate it.
Redlegs, give me a minute. It almost made sense.
Oh, so that's a problem. It does.
Keep going.
No, it's starting to make sense.
Okay, I'll try it again. I'll say, so now you know what the sentence is. Horse no eat
Cow
food. Cow eat cow food. So
okay.
Cow means both eat and food. So here you go. Okay. Horse no cow. Cow. Cow.
That made sense. I'm ready for the conversation.
Oh boy.
I need more rum.
That's one of those you either need more or less, and you can't decide which one.
I feel like I'm getting drunk, but I'm pretty sure I'm just having an allergy attack.
I think it was just that
I
sentence.
thought you were going to say, I'm pretty sure. I thought I was getting drunk, but I'm pretty sure my brain's just broken.
Well, that's good.
Mine broke a long time ago.
Rose
Can't
and Will.
break Jane got
are the only
Redlegs.
things that you can use 4 times in a row in an English sentence and still have it make sense. Rose, will, rose, will.
No. Will is what he means.
Rose.
Yeah.
Rose.
I don't like that. Will makes more sense in my brain, but
Will.
Yeah, will makes sense more in my brain than rose, but I understand like how it's working. I'm just stuck on the last rose.
But we've got Felix and we've got Rose, so we've got them.
Oh, the most rose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's only one word in English I can think of that's both a noun, a verb, an adverb, and an adjective. But I can't repeat it here on stream.
Oh no!
You can. You only
Way
get
over
one, and we're
this.
not using it.
I hope we're not using it. Ish.
I haven't used it.
Are you saying with this crew we haven't used it yet?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
There's still time.
It's each time.
I was learning all kinds of new things from Nicolas Cage. He was teaching me all kinds of words. And
I hate the English language because the sentence Quidaro just put out there should not work, and I immediately knew what the meaning of the sentence was. All the faith he had quite an effect on his life.
all the faith he had quite the effect on his life, yes.
It shouldn't work!
I feel there should be at least a comma in there somewhere.
I think there is.
It would be after the second had, I believe.
Yes. Punctuation,
Will,
as in
to break all the windows in the house.
Panda bear, eat shoots and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
When Will's died, there was a seance around the will, and the psychic proclaimed that the will to break all the windows in the house.
These are like tongue twisters, but bad because they're all the same word.
Yeah. Well, because your brain doesn't want to think about it. It's like, that's the definition of this word at this time. Oh, wait, no, that... Oh, wait. No, stop talking!
TikTok, I saw a thing that was like, the French were like, English, explain this, and like,
Yeah.
we can't. We just can't. It's just, it is how it is. We've been broken for so long that there's no coming back.
I like...
TikTok. What's TikTok?
So much for sounding it out.
Yes, it's
Well,
like
that's my biggest problem is I try to sound things out, and then we put French in scripts and people laugh at me.
We put French in English, and sometimes people still laugh at you.
That's true.
So much French.
Hyperbolic. Or hyperbole.
Doc's TikTok famous.
I don't know about that.
I like the Scottish guy who pronounces things with other people. And there was a Midwestern gal, and they were doing the challenge, and the Scot, and you know how they are, Redlegs. They pronounce
Exactly.
everything about as bizarrely as possible. The Scot sounded sane, and the Midwesterner sounded crazy.
I will. When people ask me if my accent is a real Scottish accent or a fake one, because people can't tell. They say, "Is that real? Is it? Are you doing it?" And I say, "Can you understand what I'm saying?" And they go, "Yes." And say, "Well, there you go," because you can't understand a real Scotsman.
I don't know. I think I'm getting to the point.
Exactly.
Kadaro
I should
says,
drink more than.
Kadaro says, I feel like the English language is what happens when someone has a deadline and barely did any work on their project, so they just blurted out rules. Which also reminds me of Dora the Explorer and how they had to write songs for it. And there's literally a song that goes, I'm the map, 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 I'm the map. Which is actually a legit comedian's joke, so I won't take Brian something. I forget his last name.
No, English is very simple. I've been studying the English for a very long time because they're such fans of my people.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So basically what happened is between the fact of them getting conquered so much and then becoming the conquerors, they kind of said, okay, we're going to take a little bit of this, and we're going to take a little bit of this. And wait, there we go. Okay, and get in there, you. And then that was English.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to spell things.
No. They use length-made letters. It's clearly not. It's not economical.
Now,
Stop
is
it.
pirate spelled P-I or P-Y?
Aye,
Rat.
correct.
Why?
Devlin, you've
What?
got to stop.
Why?
You've got to stop because it's worse than the pot calling the kettle black.
I
With
didn't
the
call it
Irish?
black.
And Gaelic and Welsh, and there's so many worse offenders than the English.
That's not fair. We have
I
a
think it's
deal.
American English that's worse.
Wait, guys,
No.
guys.
We had a deal. The Hawaiians and the Welsh divided up the alphabet. The Welsh got all the consonants. The Hawaiians got all the vowels.
That's true. That's very true.
I saw a post that was like, am I the a-hole for telling my cousin that he's
Possibly.
pronouncing his son's name wrong? It was Oshin, like the spelling, but he was pronouncing it Ozin, like hoisin sauce. Or like hoisin sauce.
Yes.
He was
Oisin.
pronouncing it Osin. And she was like, she lived in Ireland and everything, was like, no, it's Oshin. And they're like, why would you call my son's name that? That's not what it is. I'm like, if you're going to use a Gaelic name, like, at least know how to pronounce it correctly.
Well, what about the Celtics?
Yes, that too. That always
Right.
bothers me.
Only in Boston. It's like New Jersey. Anything's legal.
That's true.
I appreciate that Kadaro and I have the same comedian going through our heads right now, and it makes me happy. If you haven't watched Brian Reagan, he's awesome. Look up Stupid in School. He can't do plurals. Many much moosin', and that's like what I say when I get very confused now.
No,
It's great. Two boxing
one
of
of
donuts.
the things I love, it's an old Steve Martin joke, is that, you know what you do is you talk wrong to a child, and then they go up to the teacher and they say, may I mumbo dog face? May I not mumbo dog face at the banana patch?
That sounds like a Steve Martin joke to me.
Yes.
We're comedians
and
in our own
Monty
right.
Python
We do the
one
proper thing and steal other people's material.
The Monty Python one is it's spelt Yatchet, but it's pronounced throat wobbler mangrove.
Also,
And I've
can we
used
just
that
look at
one
the
many
little void?
times.
The little void is being so needy right now, and it's so great.
Needy.
Every time Lolly pushes him off, he just jumps back up. I just want your love.
Now, I could tell you the Americans have the worst luck with names, though. At least ours follows some sort of rules. I'm going to tell you a story.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You cannot finish the punchline for me because we can't do it here. But there's this poor child. His mother named him Shafid. I will spell it slowly. No
The name
one
of the
said,
jerk dog.
What?
For the record, that won't get us demonetized, so you can finish the joke if you want.
We've got 5 minutes left. Take us out on a high note, on a low brow. Go ahead.
I cannot promise, but the teacher did not know how to say this name, so he had to ask the parent. The name is spelled Shitoid. Head. Shathid.
Shathid.
I mean, it sounds nice. I like it.
Oh, it's
10 out of 10.
Nice, doesn't it?
Beautiful name.
I was gonna say it's the name of the jerk's dog. Talking about Steve Martin again.
You know, I went to a zoo. It was a terrible zoo. They only had one animal, which was a fluffy little dog. You know, it was a Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
Exactly.
Exactly. Woo!
Thank you, Kadaro, for following me on that journey.
I
Well.
still have no pants on.
Yeah, and you got up like 4 minutes before the end of the broadcast. and you didn't-
I thought I heard a mouse, okay?
I'll do it.
I have mice
will
in
get
the
out of
office, and we're trying to finish catching them all.
Where's Pistol for all of this?
Pistol is really bad at catching anything, let alone something that moves.
Oh, okay.
She only has one eye. She has bad depth perception, okay?
I suspect if you saw the mouse, we'd be seeing whether you're part of the No Pants Club.
No, I don't get scared of mice. I quite
Dakar
like
has
mice.
a
I used to
mouse
have
in
pet
his
rats.
seat right at this moment. So you need to borrow his mousers.
Yes, can I
Just
please borrow
scratch
your
around
mousers?
the
I'd
object,
greatly
yeah.
appreciate it. We've caught 9 so far. I think there's 1 left, and he's too smart.
Oh, that's how you make them smarter.
If you've caught 9, there are plenty more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
We've
Lolly.
moved on to all the babies, so we're almost there.
I'm
Hey,
laughing.
Lolly, perhaps we lend Smudge and Void their magic.
Yes,
Nessa.
that would be great. I would greatly appreciate it.
We'd clear that out in a single evening.
Do you believe in magic then, Doc?
I do.
Of-
I believe in magic being a pain while you're trying to sleep.
And apparently, right about now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so needy! What does he want?
Did,
Water.
apparently.
She's trying to drink my water.
I mean, put it in the center of the screen so everyone can watch that as we raid whoever we raid, because I think that'd be really cute.
Hey, Doc, baby, Doc, baby, Doc, Doc.
Wait, pull it back! Oh my god, so cute. Oh, yes, this is how we're going out tonight. Watching Little Magic drink some water. 10 out of
So
10
much.
would
Chat,
recommend.
Doc, we love you. We'll be back on
Friday.
Friday for game night. And it sounds like Nessa's going to do some cooking. on
Nessa's gonna do some cooking on Saturday. Surprise!
Saturday.
Yeah, so we're sending you guys over to Rock and Doc. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye!
Bye.
Good night.
Fair winds, mates.